Eric Mangini is a veteran of the draft and trade discussions surrounding it. I want you to walk us through this if you would. You have interest in the number 2 pick, okay? How are you going to set the value for what you're willing to spend to get that pick?
Well, the first thing you have to do is get consensus. The GM, the head coach, the owner, everybody's got to be on the same page, because if you miss on this player, it's probably going to be the last quarterback that you pick. The second thing that you have to do is you have to figure out what are precedents. And just because this is what was given up in the past, it doesn't mean that's what's going to be given up here in this trade. It could be more, it could be less. So the third thing you have to do is figure out what's your walk away. At what point are you going to say this is too much to give up for this player? But as you can see, when there's competition, that number can change.
Talk about changing value. How does the rookie salary pool here in the new CBA change the dynamics of what's the value of that pick at number 2?
To me, it changes it significantly, because what's happened is you don't have to give up the same amount of money that you used to go up and get a top 5 pick. So what that should translate into is that you have to give up more picks. You don't have the huge financial exposure that you had in the past, so I would imagine that the team that you're trading with is going to want more in terms of picks.
And you mentioned in this case there's a couple of suitors. So if you're the Rams, what do you want those other teams to be saying as they put together their trade proposal? Because usually you get to the walk away and you get close. I mean, if I'm the Rams, I want to hear these other teams doing what?
Well, you want to be able to come back to a team and say, hey, I've got this already. What can you do that's better? And give them what the floor is so that they come back with their counteroffer. And when you get the counteroffer, you go to Team A and you say, okay, this is now what I have on the table. What you don't want to do is get it to a point where one of those teams drops out, because at that point, you've got to take the deal that's on the table. So you're trying to keep them interested and competitive for as long as you possibly can.
Quickly, is there any way the Rams or anybody in this position can overplay this hand, or they come out all right?
Well, I think the only way that you can overplay this hand is if you get down to just one person or one team that wants to trade it, and you scare away the other people by setting a price that's too high. As long as you can keep people negotiating, the price will go up incrementally, and you want them as competitive for as long as possible to give you the best selection of picks.
That's Eric Mangini. Don't go far. We're going to need you plenty between now and draft day. Thanks.
Thank you.